Welcome back, and episode 3 of Channel of Robots. This video has been long overdue. It's for my friend Deigo, who wants to control a servo motor with a camera mounted on top of it to follow a red bull. He's using a stamp as the basic stamp to drive the servo motor. I'm using an Arduino, so I don't know how to program the basic stamp, but I'll be running you through the theory behind it, and I'm sure from there you can figure out the rest. A big thanks to Paul S and Grumpy Mike on the Arduino forum for helping me understand serial communication a bit more. I was having a bit of trouble using the COM ports, but now I understand it. If anyone else is having trouble, either head to that forum. I'll leave the link to the specific post on the description on your right hand side, or go to arduino.cc and follow the forum link. Very helpful. So getting on with it. I don't have a red ball to track, but I do have this red pen. If you don't know how to track a colored object, see the tutorial that I have posted about tracking simple objects, or simple object tracking. That'll run you through how to filter out a color and track the object with that color. So let's get started. I'll run this. So here with these, I've managed to find the center of gravity of this object. This is explained in the other video. Next, I have a VB script program, a very simple one. So I'm basically parsing the x value of the center of gravity of the object that I'm tracking, and putting it into a variable called distance from center, which I made, and that is the x value minus 160 pixels. That way, if the object is in the center, the distance from the center will be 0. If it is at 320, which is the width of my the resolution I'm using, then the distance from the center will be 160 pixels, and the same for the other side, it will be negative 160 pixels. So a very simple VB script program. Next, I have the serial module, which I have connected to COM3. If you don't see this port that you've connected your Arduino to, or your basic stamp, restart Roborealm after having connected your Arduino, and it should pop up there. The baud rate I've got set at 9600, and the rest of the settings are left at default. On the right hand side, you'll see the send sequence. So what I have being sent is distance from center, which is that variable that I made. It's being sent every 50 milliseconds, and I have it disabled at the moment, and I have it disabled at the moment. On the left here you see the console. Console, it shows you a preview of the data that's being sent and received through the COM port. Over on the Arduino side of things, I have this simple sketch. Uses the servo library, and basically I've created a servo object, and I have a buffer that takes in the incoming data, and that buffer, because the incoming data comes in as an ASCII format, it collects it, and then I use the ASCII to integer function to change that incoming data into an integer called distance. So if the distance is less than negative 15, the servo will rotate, will add 1 to the angle. and if the distance is greater than 15, it will take 1 degree away from the angle. I made it the 15 degrees because I found that if I left it at 0 degrees, once the camera got in tracking the object in the center, would go back and forth around that 0 mark. So you'll find the sketch attached or a link to the sketch on your right hand side in the description. Going back to Roborealm, if I run this program here and start up the serial, you'll see as I move the pen, the camera tracks it, albeit slowly, but it's still tracking the red object here. If I had that part of the Arduino code set to distances greater than 0 or less than 0, you would see the camera shaking around the object once it's found it. But since it's left at 15, it's stable once the object is in the center, and once I take it outside of that 15 pixel mark, you'll see it'll start tracking. You can find all the source code on the link on your right hand side. Feel free to use it and claim it as your own. I don't really care. If you do make a project using that source code, please let me know and post a video or take some pictures. I genuinely love to see the projects that you guys come up with. Hopefully this video helped out my friend Diego, and if you run into any trouble or need any more help, just send me another message and I'll see what I can do.